Hello and welcome to the All Night Gamers Podcast, episode 94. Hi, hello, hi. Hope you're doing well. We have a huge freaking week, and it's only Sunday because we're recording early this week. So I hope you're ready for a very long episode. Uh, I we were talking about it before the show. I was not ready to talk about this much stuff. So, um, but anyway, how's everybody doing? How was the drive home, Cameron?
10 hours. We
Yeah,
we
how was
got
the
delayed.
scenic route? How was that?
Hey, I don't really feel like it ended up being the scenic route. We still were going through Fort Benning, and then right before we hit Columbus, we got turned around because of a 9-car pileup.
Columbus, Georgia?
Yeah,
9-car pileup. Jesus.
9-car pileup. Um, I so based on the timing of when that accident happened, I probably would have been in it had I not been pulled over because I was holding my phone instead of
Ooh, Cameron got pulled over?
because I
What?
had my
Oh,
phone in my hand.
Yeah, bro, you need to know. Yeah, Georgia has that law.
I know
no.
Georgia has that law. I've been in Florida for a year. I sh-
Sloppy.
yeah, very sloppy of me.
I had to
Sorry.
help.
Forgetting laws
Hey.
exist.
I had to help my dad pick out a nice phone holder for
I
your
have the one
car
that
when that
you
first law was
recommended.
about to go into effect.
I have the one you recommended, and I was just like I had it on my ear so I could have the AC on as well. And yeah, the cop saw me, got pulled over. Um,
Gave you a slap on the wrist.
no, I got a ticket. He
Ah,
said
how much? Or okay, this is
I
the point where you don't have to answer these questions, but
I mean I haven't paid it yet. I'm gonna call them tomorrow when they, actually should be open. Because it was already, Saturday afternoon. I doubted they were gonna be open. They're not gonna be open on a Sunday, so hopefully they're open tomorrow. Um,
that'll be fun.
you
It's gonna
know,
be a fun
uh,
conversation.
he supposedly no point on my record, no point on my license. So we'll see if that's actually true.
Okay. Well,
So
dang,
I might be
man,
stuck
that
with that.
sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Don't text and drive, kids.
I see that's the thing. I wasn't texting, but don't.
But what were
Um,
you doing on your phone then?
I was talking on the phone to mom.
Don't call and drive, kids.
Don't call and drive, apparently.
How dare.
But how dare I? But yeah, no. Based on the timing of it, with how long we were delayed, we would have been right in the middle of it. So
So confirmed there
you
is a
know,
parallel universe where Cameron is dead because of a 9-car
or
pileup on the way
severely
home.
injured. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fun thought. Well, does
Yeah.
anybody else have a better weekend that doesn't involve getting a ticket?
uh,
Sounds like
I
it's
got up
uneventful.
in the morning and mowed yesterday.
Thrill. Yeah, I don't know. That
Yeah.
might be
Really.
worse.
Yeah, that's what we did, and I mowed.
I mean, if it's
That's
any
not
better,
better.
he
You said
stayed up.
better.
He stayed up like how many hours?
Not that
He didn't
long.
go to bed. He just stayed up until 7 a.m.
I needed it to be cooler outside. It's too hot at night. And
You
there's
also
not
can't
enough.
mow at night.
Yeah.
There's kind of
I
a
mean,
sound
you
noise.
could. Oh no, yeah. I guess I was gonna say you could mow at night. You probably just will regret it.
It'll look like a bad haircut.
No, you just got to get a pimped out lawnmower with some headlights.
Oh, true. One of those riding lawnmowers, which would make my life easier.
Bro, if you tried to mow y'all's lawn with a riding lawnmower, you'd die.
You would
That thing would
fall
flip. Yeah, dude,
over.
that thing would flip
Yeah.
over. You would
You'd
die.
probably die.
Yeah.
Still easier than mowing it with what I mow.
No.
Yeah, because it
I-
involves you dying before you have to do it all. Yeah, okay, yeah. I couldn't use the riding mower at my place in Auburn on the front part because it
Yeah.
was too
the
tilted.
giant hill. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I figure you're probably right.
yeah.
Yeah, the way the city rebuilt the hill, yeah, we would die.
Well, okay, enough about mowing the lawn and getting pulled
Dying.
over. Oh yeah, hey, Birmingham Stallions, USFL 8-0, Southern Division champs. That was my weekend. It was the worst game
Yeah.
I've ever watched. It was like watching a game of Auburn football, but we won somehow. There were a
That's
total
Auburn football, though.
There was like 6 or 7 total turnovers between the two teams, 4 or 5 missed field goals. The only reason we won is because the other team missed an extra point.
We take those.
Reffing was horrible all over the place. And yeah, it was a mess. But we won. GG.
Amazing.
Yeah. Okay, so on to we gotta get going. This is a long list. So first off,
Right.
Mario Strikers Battle League. There was the event last weekend. Did anybody play any of the
Me and
online
Cooper
portion?
did.
Okay. I played the training, but then totally spaced
I-
on the event itself.
I was busy
Moving.
at work and going home. So I guess I
Sure.
could have played today. But
I mean, you could play the
10
training.
hours, I could. That's
Cooper
true.
and I did the. You could do it with friends if you play at the same time. If you both had a Switch, so we did that. The online surprised me because it ran incredibly
It was
well.
so fluid. It was.
Yeah, really?
It was
Yeah,
so
it was
nice.
like
Did y'all
the
do
level-
any battles that weren't y'all two?
No, we were. It was us two versus two others. It
Oh,
never
I got
met.
you. Okay, so I was gonna say like, well, maybe it's just because you're at the same place, but no, obviously not. Then that's really good to hear.
I assume that means that it might be a different case for if it's 4 individual people, because that's the other option, right? Is either you play 2 or you play 4. Is that how it works?
You bring in. You can. No, we were on different Switches, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
it
was on
was-
mine. He was on his.
okay. So it was technically 4.
We were
people.
just on the same team, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Okay, so kind of like Splatoon.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Maybe they put it on a server that's not running Windows 98.
Yeah, true. And they didn't work with Bandai Namco did Smash, and Smash has the worst one, so I kind of put it on. Well, that's not true.
Yeah,
Super
no.
Mario Maker 2 has the worst
Yeah.
one. Smash
Um,
is just close.
No, Grant and I played Super Mario Maker 2 in the same room on Wi-Fi, and we still couldn't play it.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Also, I don't think Bandai Namco is responsible for the servers of Smash.
I think they are.
No, I don't think so. Because,
There's no way Nintendo's gonna let, because then you have to give Bandai Namco more money, and Nintendo's not
But
gonna do that.
also,
True.
Bandai has online fighters, and those run fine.
Do they? Do you ever hear
Because
people play
I-
Street Fighter online?
I don't hear people playing Smash online.
I mean, I hear Smash more than I hear like Street Fighter or whatever, but doesn't mean it's not. I mean, maybe the reason we don't hear about Street Fighter is because
It's
it's
'cause it
just
runs
fine.
fine.
It's just fine. Yeah.
Look, if people are happy, they're not going to complain. The reason you hear about things is either it's so spectacular you have to see this, or it sucks so much you have to burn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't hear the in between.
Yeah. No, that's why feedback is so difficult for companies.
True. But
Yeah.
Cooper and I played it together. We our team for most of the rounds were Rosalina, Peach, Yoshi, and Bowser.
Yeah, we started instead of Bowser with DK, but he wasn't that good of a heavy. Once we switched over to Bowser, that's when we started winning. Bowser is the heavy win. If you don't got Bowser in your team, you're losing. He is insanely good.
You essentially just need a character who can bitch slap everybody across.
Oh,
Bo was
yeah.
knocking down everybody.
Nice. So it was you two and 2 CPUs versus 2 other people and 2 CPUs, or was it 4 people?
Yeah, they're
versus
kind
4
of
people?
CPUs,
Kind-
but you're
You can switch between them
So
really
there's-
quickly.
Yeah, so
manual
that's what-
and automatic.
Yes.
And I played. Cooper did manual where he would switch it himself, and I did automatic because I didn't want to deal with doing that.
So
I preferred
is-
when it would
is-
just drop me to the next person I passed it to.
Okay, so automatic switches your character for you.
Right,
and
but you
manual
can
makes
still
you
switch
switch.
it yourself.
Yeah. Okay, I got you. That's interesting. Um, okay, because I didn't know if it was that or if it was like 4 full people where you couldn't
No,
switch. But
it's
that now that I think about it, that's kind of I don't know. Never mind. My brain's just spinning
I
weird.
know there's probably
Um,
that mode you're talking about because in the Wii and GameCube games, you could do 4 versus CPUs.
um,
This might have 8 people play it, which would be weird.
that's what I was trying to say.
Like,
Like my brain just thinks that's a little weird. Um,
Yeah.
because you
but
kind of
man,
want the one that can just go to the ball where it will be, and then you switch to playing that character.
I gotta say, I mean, even though I only played the training, I freaking love the way this art style looks. I think the
Oh yeah,
graphics are
Yeah.
awesome. I don't really think like the standard gameplay screen graphics are all that special, but man, all the hand drawn like special kick stuff, that stuff is incredible looking. I was very
yeah.
impressed with that.
Cooper and I got to see several of those, and they're very pretty. But my favorite is Peach, at least for the special move she does. Because like every other, we would see the person playing the goalie would be able to deflect it on their team.
Yeah.
But when we would get Peach to do hers, it would do a little heart, and then it would go to the goalie. And even if they maxed out that bar, the goalie would throw it into the goal.
Nice.
So I don't know what was going on there, but I thought it was hilarious.
Um yeah, and also like definitely more badass than I recall the other ones being. Like just my first one that I saw in the training when I was stuck as Mario.
They're
Like
definitely well. GameCube doesn't have them, right? It's just soccer.
no, it has
His
like
power up
special
shots, but it doesn't have like
and
incredibly.
yeah, it has a quick little cutscene thing, but it's super quick and it's not that flashy.
Got it. Because
Um
I know the Wii's are really flashy.
yeah, no, the GameCube original it does have like a little animation of them doing a kick, but it's very quick and I mean, just like standard for a special move kind of thing, but nothing like what we've got
Yeah,
now.
but in the Wii, it's super fancy because your goalie, or if you're both playing it on a team and you have a power shot at you, you have a chance to block them.
Yeah.
So it gives you the little wind up so that you can get ready for the shots.
But yeah, I mean, I love the way it looks. I'm I was gonna be like, I'll pre-order it now that I've played it and I like it. If there's a pre-order bonus somewhere,
Mm.
I
and
haven't seen one.
there's one at
And
Walmart
it
that is some shitty sticker decals.
whoopee.
Woo!
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go. Oh, I'm gonna throw. I
Yo,
almost threw up. I was like, that's the only
hopefully,
one, really.
guys, hear me out.
Oh,
Hopefully, who was it? GameStop. Hopefully, GameStop does like the Mario Kart 8 Rubik's Cube, and we get a Mario
was
Strikers.
I
Target.
was gonna say that was Target.
And it
Dang,
was lame.
Yeah,
it
and
was so cool.
it was like the worst Rubik's cube that has ever been
It
made.
barely worked. It
Yeah.
barely worked.
It's like there's a Rubik's cube that if you put in the thing, like the perfect thing. So if you randomize it, you can't open it, but if you put it in, you can pull it apart and hide something in there.
That's cool.
But it's like the worst Rubik's cube
Uh,
because
so
they don't move.
Um,
Which of the old ones had the robot guy? That's what I was trying to find.
the old Mario Strikers.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I think that might have been GameCube.
yeah, I think that's GameCube.
Okay.
I don't remember.
You know who they should add?
Who?
Rob from Mario Kart DS.
Oh yeah, I
No.
forgot that's when he was introduced. Man, you know
Yeah.
you forget tidbits like that. Rob didn't exist until Mario Kart on the DS.
Right.
No, I
Nah.
can't. I can't.
Your robotic helper
forget.
buddy. They went and re-added it to the NES after 2004.
Yeah, that's why almost anything has one, because it was so readily available, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I found him, but I thought he had a name. Apparently not. It just says
He just
Super
doesn't have a name.
Team. Just calls them Super Team, and his attack is Robo Strike.
Very creative.
Okay.
That's crazy. Rob's been 1, 2, 3, 4 games. That's wild.
Anyway, so Mario
Right.
Strikers comes out this coming Friday, June 10th.
Yeah, I forgot that it also
That's
comes out
Yep.
this
unfortunate.
week.
And also coming out on Friday is The Quarry. We've been talking about the podcast for several weeks now. So I know, Alex, are you gonna get it?
Probably. I've been waiting for reviews, and I thought we would have seen them
Well, I guarantee
by
the
now.
game's not gonna be hard to find. So
True.
yeah,
but
they usually come out like 48 hours before, like 2 to 3
okay,
days
so Wednesday.
before. So yeah, I look around Wednesday or Thursday. No,
'Cause I
Tuesday or
was like,
Wednesday.
I probably like it, but I want to see reviews first.
Yeah, let's just be
Um,
sure.
Never hurts.
But yeah, since you already mentioned it, the 5th episode of their podcast released last week, which probably means right before the game comes out. The 6th and final episode of the podcast will.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought the fifth episode, or like there's gonna be 6, so they're cutting it close.
Right.
Also for the Quarry, more of the 80s DLC costumes that we've already talked about, for Emma, Jacob, Ryan, Laura, Max, and Dylan, all revealed on Steam. Those are names I can read. Thank you.
Right? Easy names.
Easy names.
So then all 9 playable characters' costumes have been revealed.
Okay, nice. More announcements. So Sega actually announced the Mega Drive 2 in a Japan live stream. It's basically the Genesis Mini, but Mega Drive, obviously, because Japan. It's themed after the Model 2 this time, and the Tower of Power now also has the Model 2 Sega CD instead of the Model 1, and that's basically the biggest difference. There's a few more regular Genesis games, but the most of the additions are Sega CD games.
I'm glad you understand this part.
Yeah, so the Sega CD, like Sega's Genesis attachments get really convoluted because this is when Sega started really getting stupid.
Right, I knew that
Yeah.
part.
So it was weird that the OG Mini Tower of Power, came out. I'm pretty sure it had the Model 1 Sega CD as a part of it, but there were no Sega CD games. So it's nice that those are actually there. And I also got to say, as a hardware nerd, that I appreciate updating both the Model 2 Genesis and the Model 2 Sega CD, matching it. That's good stuff. So yeah, that got announced. It was in a Japan live stream. I have no idea if it's coming. I assume it's going to be coming everywhere, but obviously over here it'll be the Genesis 2. Hopefully they realize that what they did last time was perfect and they shouldn't change it, instead of wanting to be unique and changing it and ending up making it worse, because that's exactly what Sega's going to do, because of course they would. But hopefully they just leave it the same, because the Genesis Mini was like the only other mini console besides Nintendo's that were really high quality, like worth the money, great library, perfect UI, ran everything fine. So we will see about that.
If Sega's taking up, one from the book of the Sonic team, we'll be good, bro. They'll make sure it's actually good.
Yeah, maybe yeah, I guess I got to keep that in mind. If they change everything, then that might be part of their philosophy, that they're trying to do bad.
Right.
Can't forget
They're
that philosophy
actually
idea.
trying.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, and also now we've got a bunch of Pokemon news. Junichi Masuda leaves Game Freak, appointed the Pokemon Company chief creative fellow. I think you didn't copy that right.
So he got.
That's what
He
I
didn't-
saw online, was that he was the chief creative fellow, and I'm like,
Yeah, he got a
That doesn't-
promotion.
yeah, but like that his title is what throws
The
me off.
company Chief Creative Fellow. So
Fellow.
that is, I guess,
That's-
it's a title you earn when you retire or leave after so long if your impact was great enough.
Okay.
I'm gonna
I thought
see
this was his
Chief
new job.
Create Fellow. Well, it says. Oh wait, he left. Oh, he left Game Freak
Yeah.
and became.
and he-
Okay, okay, I got you. Um, let's see. What is a Chief Creative Fellow?
well, the first two words make sense, but it's
So let me see. I found a Reddit post.
okay.
Okay, so Chief Creative Fellow is Nintendo's way of saying Chief Creative Officer, which is
That's what I
which is like the CEO of a creative team within a
Yeah.
company. So he's now one of the top team leads, like team directors.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
It's Masuda.
Now, why would Nintendo change it to Chief Creative Fellow? That just sounds like you're
Toy
associated with but don't
company.
do anything. Why not officer? Is officer the next canceled word? Is that true triggering?
Yeah,
Does I sound like a boomer asking that? Yes.
obviously. So does Japan
Yeah.
because
Okay.
Japan doesn't care about that stuff. So I'm not.
Yeah.
It's gotta just be Nintendo's like. What sounds more fun? Do you want to be an officer or a fellow?
Fellow.
I mean, officer sounds like it has more money. I don't get it. But
Why
whatever.
isn't all the other ones? Why is there's still like Nintendo CEO, Nintendo America COO, a CFO, that kind of
True,
like why
they didn't
aren't they all
change-
fellows? Why is it just creative fellow? That's weird.
There must be a really specific reason we don't know.
Yeah, who knows? This is exactly the sort of thing I expect Nintendo and its subsidiaries to care about. So, not that surprised. Speaking of Pokemon Company, they have another record financial year. Shocker, the company that makes the game series that everybody will buy all the time is doing really good. I can't believe my eyes.
They don't have to try and it sells, so gee, if we make it cheaper, we still sell more. Sad.
Also, probably just because of Arceus. That was the most I've seen the general game public excited for a Pokemon game in a long time.
Yeah.
That's true.
Net profit up 123% from last year. That is incredible.
I mean, I guess, but also they just had, because as very much Gen 4 as the remakes were, they did have 2 games release within a month and a half of each other.
And also new Pokemon Snap. Can't forget about
And-
that too. So
Right. Which would, I mean, that was early. So in less than a year, they had
three nostalgia grabber games and the game type that everybody has been asking for them to make for several years.
Right.
Yeah. So again, not really surprising, but you're making money, so that's what matters.
I
mhm.
I need to finish playing Snap. It's just there's no music. Like, I don't know if I did something wrong with it, but there's no music when I'm playing it, so it's like very quiet.
Put on a
So,
podcast.
I might as well.
Put on the All Night Gamers podcast when you
Put
play
on-
Pokemon Snap. Plug. And continuing with Pokemon stuff, so we got a new trailer for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet, which I totally forgot about until that trailer came out.
Chelsea and I watched that before I went to work. That was good.
I want the pig.
We'll get
chunk?
we'll get to the pig.
I want the pig.
So we got our new professors, Professor Seda and Professor Turo, and Professor Turo looks literally like Chad, like the Chad
Bro,
meme.
Yeah, Chad, and he's got the Tron suit, bro. Like it's so sick.
We got the new Pokemon Pawmi, Smoliv, and Lechonk, which is the pig. It's very hip, cute name because it says chunk in it, but that is the little pig. Smoliv is a small olive. I wonder how they came up with that one.
It's literally called the Olive Pokemon. It
Who
looks
would
like
have thought?
And I don't even know
they
what
tried so
Pawmi
hard.
is, but
So
I'm gonna
it's
guess it's some sort of animal that is
So
that has paws.
It does
it's
have
the
paws.
Pikachu.
Yeah, a
It is a
quadrupedal
Pikachu.
rodent-like Pokemon.
It is the
It's got the
Pikachu of it.
Pikachu cheek, so it's Pikachu.
And it's got paws.
Does that
Yeah.
mean they didn't show off the Route 1 normal
Bird?
type? Or is it
No.
Lechonk?
And I didn't show off the
Is Lechonk the Route 1 a normal type or no?
there's no way. I
You
think
don't
that's
so?
like I think it will be like
Route 2 or
what
3.
yeah, what's the Gen 3? Oh, Spoink.
Spoink?
Yeah.
I can see that.
Small olive shiny better be black because then it would be the other type of olive since it's green right now. But they'll do something weird like make it
Black.
pink or
No, black would be correct.
Yeah, I
have a
realized
black
that
olive.
was the stupid answer right after it came out of my mouth. I don't know. We might have talked about this a couple weeks ago. I can't remember. I was talking to somebody about it, but I have a vast problem with. Oh no, I was talking to Devin about this. That I have a vast problem with like not even taking a second to process the things that are about to come out of my mouth. Before, like, if I literally just took a second to be like, maybe I shouldn't. Like, let's just make sure. Let's confirm that this is right. So I say a lot of stupid things, and it's frustrating. I just can't make myself just a second, just a little
just
bit of time.
think
Yeah,
before I say it.
think. There's a quote from Gumball I remember when watching that forever ago when it was new that I related to so hard. It was something along the lines of like, normally people think twice before doing something, but since you guys don't even think once about it, you manage to like just get away unscathed because you don't recognize what you're doing. I was like, that sounds a lot like me.
Definitely is. Okay, so back on topic. I'm honestly excited to see how they pull off this multiplayer thing.
So yeah, you'll think Seda will be Seda and Tora will be different games.
Seda
Potentially.
and
But
oh yeah, I see. They either are going to be different games or they're going to be related to the gender you pick.
yeah, like have it be the opposite one.
Yeah, but I'd lean more towards it probably being different games because I'm not really sure if Pokemon Company wants to assign genders based on the gender you choose, given some hot topics in the world these days.
But you forget Pokemon Company's based in Japan. They don't care.
Yeah, they don't care.
That's true.
This is like so talk about this very quickly because this is very sensitive, obviously. But Chick-fil-A and Fox News both updated their Twitter pages to be Pride, whatever. And Chick-fil-A even straight up tweeted like, "We may not agree on some things, but everybody, no matter who you are or what you call yourself, can enjoy Chick-fil-A registered trademark chicken nuggets." It's like, oh my god, you have to be kidding me, right? This is like, yeah, for like the month of June, they're like, we'll stop hating you enough to let you come buy our chicken, but come July 1st, we're enemies again. Do you understand how this works? Yeah, I like absolutely no. It's so shameless.
I mean,
At least they're honest. Like the rest
we
of the
we saw we were in Springs on Friday, and one of the signs above the Pride merch said that all the profits are going to be Chelsea. What was it? Who were they donating it to?
I think it's Cyber Project or something like that. It's an LGBTQIA group. I know that. I don't know
Okay.
which one it
Which
was,
one?
but it's like,
Um,
but we were talking about it, and it's like, this is such just a massive. We're sorry for
Oh,
change.
the I'm sorry campaign is what I call it.
Yeah, they're not sorry. They're
They're
this
not
is
sorry.
this is
They're just trying to make
this
up
is
for our
corporate
CEO.
speak for like we hate you, but you can still give us money.
no, but it's June, so we gotta put
Yeah, it's
it
June, so we'll
everywhere.
play along, and then come July 1st, every company's gonna change back off Pride stuff because that's how it
Correct.
always goes.
Um, so I
Anyway,
wanted to comment this real quick because you mentioned he looks like the Chad meme.
mm-hmm.
Her outfit though looks like Craven the Hunter in Spider-Man.
That's true.
Like orange. A lot of times he usually has like the arrowhead necklace, but I couldn't find a photo quick enough.
Um. Anyway, also the legendaries
Oh,
Koraidon.
don't ask me how to pronounce this.
I think it's
Koraidon and
I think it's
Miraidon?
Koraidon. It's either
Koraidon?
Koraidon or Koraidon. Like
Yeah.
Both
and
Myra. No.
Myrodon or Mirodon.
Miraidon. Basically, both have right in them.
Yeah, why do they have to make
Because
the
they're
most
bikes.
they put the most
bikes.
like confusing and trip up syllables in the same like why do they put the syllables the way that they put these? Why do you do that?
To hate you specifically.
Yeah.
Because they hate you. Also, the Pokemon
They're
centers
ugly.
are the Pokemon centers are gas stations.
True.
Did you see that?
What?
That's cool.
The gas station?
There's like
Yeah,
no
the
Nurse Joy or anything. It's just like
Man, the prices
gas
are gonna be
station.
through the roof.
Bro, you're telling me I gotta go to a Bucky's to heal my
Yeah.
Pokemon? Or a Wawa? 7-Eleven's healing Pokemon these days? That's funny. They also showed off the Wild Zone, and Toby Fox is going to be composing some of the music.
that came out later, but I was like, that belongs here.
It does.
That's cool.
The
So,
Wild Zone looks like it will run like the other two Wild Zones. So
oh yeah,
hops in
dude, I forgot when I watched the trailer. I was like, "This is the trailer footage, and it's still running at like 15 to 20 FPS."
And
Like,
they're not
what is
Great.
happening? Like,
Yeah.
I had to double check. Like, I watched it on a different thing. I was watching it on, like my Fire TV stick or something. I was like, I'm gonna pull this up. I checked on my phone too. I was like, is my Fire TV doing this, or like, did they actually
No,
say
it's
that?
the
Like,
game. Oh boy.
man. So that's
They're
like the
like,
best they got. You
people
gotta
buy
realize that.
it
Yeah,
anyway.
this is the trailer footage. So this is the best they had to show. Oh man, please don't make this like Age of Calamity. Don't make this happen. Um. So yeah, we'll obviously talk more about Scarlet and Violet as we get closer to launch and we know more stuff. But
I was surprised there
Could be
wasn't
worse.
either your rival or the enemy team revealed in this trailer. I expected one.
well, they got 5
Yeah.
more months to go,
True.
so they gotta save something, I guess.
I guess the big one was here's the legendaries.
Yeah. And lastly, before we get into Collector's Corner, PlayStation also had their most recent State of Play, which was really good. It's the first State of Play
Yeah.
in a long time that was super stellar. The biggest thing first, Resident Evil 4 Remake is happening. It's coming March 24th of next year. Super awesome. Very exciting. And I think I started playing Resident Evil 4 at just the perfect time for this.
No, it looks pretty good. We can see. So quickly they show like Ada and Ashley in the trailer as well. Besides Leon in his Resident Evil 4 outfit. It's probably not going to be as silly as the other version of 4, though. It will probably be a lot more serious.
Yeah. I'm going to have some faith and think that it's going to be just as good as 2 and 3.
3 cut out a lot, but I feel like it will be at least as good as those 2, where it's like, I understand why you made those changes in this day and age, but it's interesting they were like, let's do 4 first, when they could have been like, let's do the one that needs the remake the most first. Code Veronica.
Yeah. Also,
'Cause they-
there's PSVR 2 content for this as well. I forgot to mention.
Who cares? I'm kidding. I might buy one if I had a lot of money.
Yeah, we were at Target a few days ago, and I had my obligatory peruse of the video games.
Oh yeah,
And
that's always fun.
yeah, and they had. So first off, in general, they had the most hardware in stock I've ever seen since like
COVID.
2018.
Okay. Yeah, that makes
But
sense.
they even had PSVRs and they were $100 off, and I was like, they're really just trying to get people. Like, imagine buying a PSVR right now. It's like the worst time
Right.
to buy one.
You're literally the one's probably gonna drop a little more, but even then, you should, if you want one badly enough, just get two because two's gonna run everything
Yeah,
one could run.
yeah. Like
The only thing is you can't plug it into a PS4, but okay.
because like everything's gonna be better about it. I don't know. I don't know more of the hardware details, but I'm pretty sure it's still gonna be a one cable kind of thing.
Yes, I think
Yeah,
so.
because
And
that's why they
we
put that
know-
USB-C port on the front was for
Yeah,
single cable.
and we know like the controllers are a million times better.
Yeah,
We
and
know the
obviously
screen's a lot
this
better.
it's gonna have. I mean, because PSVR came out a long time ago,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and the developments in the VR space have gotten crazy. So, yeah, but like unlike buying an old VR headset for PC, PSVR is not going to be supported anymore. Like I still have
No.
an OG Vive, but I can play new VR games with it. But like PSVR 1, you're not going to be able to do that with it.
Yeah, if you want to do stuff on two, then you want two because they're gonna do, or stuff on the PS5 because they'll do like haptic feedback and
yeah.
stuff like that because it's
Also, the
built in.
PS5 is much more capable of driving a VR set
Yeah.
than a PS4 is. But
Yeah,
so yeah,
essentially you either have, if you wanted a PS4 VR to work properly, you wanted a Pro, and that came out after the VR anyways. Because I remember a big complaint being the initial one, PS4 running it. It was like, okay,
yeah,
but
dude, a standard console from 2013 trying to run VR, that sounds horrifying. It's really just
Yeah.
impressive that they got it to work as well as it does, considering how intensive VR is.
sure.
Even
And
with
with one cable.
yeah. So, yeah, Resident Evil 4 remake March 24th next year. Also, they're making a version of Resident Evil 8 for PSVR 2, so that's
Where's
awesome.
the DLC?
This is the DLC. The
That's
same
what
ga-
some
the
people
same
think.
game
I
again.
don't think it is, because this will be exclusive to PlayStation. I think it's literally they didn't expect 8 to be popular. So when they announced the DLC, that's when they started the DLC.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Let's see. So we also got The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Chapter 2 Retribution. Gah.
Woo.
That is 3 subtitles. Saints and
Right.
Sinners Chapter 2 Retribution.
Yeah.
Releasing sometime this year. No Man's Sky is coming to PSVR 2. Horizon Call of the Mountain gets its first gameplay trailer for PSVR 2.
Right, this is the one they announced the PSVR.
Yeah. Horizon Forbidden West got updated with an ultra hard new game plus mode and also some improved performance and graphics. So a couple new games here. Stray, coming in next month. The Callisto Protocol coming in December 2nd. Roller Dome coming August 16th, and Eternites just coming early next year.
The only thing I know about any of these is the last one, because the dude who's making the game came on to the Persona subreddit, and he's like, I started this game in 2019. He's like, it's inspired by Persona. And then obviously he talked about that he got to deal with Sony, and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense, because
They
it
want to
looks
keep all
like it-
Persona related things to
well,
Sony.
kind of, but also it looks like it has a budget, unlike other indie games.
Ah, yeah, Sony probably helped them out. with that.
And it's got voice acting, so I'm like, yeah, budget.
For sure.
Budget.
Let's see. So next really big one, Street Fighter 6. It is an open world fighting game. So that's kind of weird. So
I felt weird watching this whole trailer.
Yeah.
Bro.
So it's coming sometime next year. It's using the same engine as it's using the RE engine, where realism meets graffiti to form a brand new identity.
That's what they said. I'm like, okay.
So
But yeah, there's graffiti all over this trailer, so I guess that makes sense.
And yeah, all the stuff I've seen about it is like, I'm open to that idea, but this doesn't, like, if this takes away from the fighting, then it's stupid. Like,
Yeah, right.
it's a cool, like, it's innovation is here, and I'm down for that, but you got to make sure that the gameplay is still up to snuff at its most basic level,
I
because
know,
otherwise it's just no point.
all the characters supposedly leaked in their new outfits, and I think it's Sakura isn't in the roster, like the base roster,
Interesting.
which is stupid because she's the most popular one, but they're also like, we can sell her for money later on because she's the most popular.
Big brain. Wrinkly brain.
Companies.
Tunic coming September 27th. Now Tunic is the Zelda spin-off. Right? Yeah, it's already out on Switch if I'm correct. Or is
Yes, this is with
yeah,
the little fox.
yeah, it came out in March for for
not
Xbox
Yeah,
and
it's
PC.
not exactly Zelda. It's more dungeon crawlery, but it is. You can tell based on
It's
the outfit.
yeah, it's inspired by Zelda, but it's not a Zelda clone.
Yeah.
I swear it was on Switch.
Wasn't there isn't there a Zelda clone thing though? It's like with a little No, wait. I know what I'm thinking of. Hold on.
Oh, so it was a timed exclusive for Xbox and PC.
Let's see. I'm thinking
And
of,
is currently available on Game Pass. FYI.
Yacht Club's game that's Zelda inspired. Mina the Hollower, which is a little which really is like heavily Zelda inspired because here's image from the Kickstarter.
Yeah, that sure does look strikingly familiar. So yeah, Tunic, I guess the exclusivity has come to an end. Season, A Letter to the Future, coming in fall of this year, and Final Fantasy 16 got a tentative date of summer of next year. We'll see if that holds.
Where's
Doubt
the
it.
other Square Enix games? No, I think 16 will hold its date because of who's directing it, and also Square stopped pulling people off of other teams to be like, fix 14.
Yeah,
That's why.
I don't know. It's not that I don't trust Square. It's that I don't trust any company to hold on to dates.
True. This is whoever started like one of the big DLCs for 14 is like the director of this, and he stayed pretty well on his date. So I expect probably around the date, maybe pushed back to fall, or yeah, I could see maybe a fall pushback. But
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if it does, it'd still be next year.
Yeah.
This is not Breath of the Wild 2, so
Where they're like, "Hey, that sounds like a good idea. Let's delay it." So
all you Zelda fans better check out this next announcement. Breath of the Wild 2 is delayed.
No, I love that for Breath of the Wild 2, they're like, and 1, they're like, okay, we're almost done. Horses don't run in trees. That's a good idea. Let's fix that. Delayed.
Delayed.
Don't worry, we're fixing the horses. They won't run into trees.
So yeah, that is the PlayStation State of Play. Very good. I mostly was just excited because of the Resident Evil 4 remake. But
it started really strong and it did a really good, pretty good It did a pretty good ending with Final Fantasy. But that's realistically what I was really excited for. There needed to be something in the middle. But
Yeah,
it was
I mean,
like
I
one
don't
of the
know. Like that's
strongest I've seen
usually all
in
the
a long
strong ones
time.
that I like. They do this pattern where it's like they hit you off with some really good stuff, and they hit you with something big at the end, and then they've got to put
Yeah.
everything else somewhere, so it's just in the middle, so it all kind of blends together. If I cared more about the PSVR 2, like if I was interested in getting one, then I would have probably rated this super high, just because people have
Yeah,
been
if you
dying for
want
PSVR 2 news.
that, you're gonna be crazy excited.
Yeah.
But if you're like me and you're like, well, maybe. But I've also heard like as much as the console, and I'm like, mm, that's a lot.
How much is
I
it?
don't
Like
know.
$400, $500?
There was a rumor it would be as much as a PS5.
So $500.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is expensive, but for a VR headset that is all in an all-inclusive package,
True.
especially for being a single cable USB-C thing, totally brand new 2022 for $500, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Also, I assume does it need base stations? It might not. I don't
I
think
don't
it
think
does.
the PS4 VR needed one. I think it was just
Okay.
literally you could plug and play.
Yeah. Um, I mean, like the Valve Index is, I think, almost 1,000.
Yeah.
If it's not, it's like $800 or something, but it's way higher. And like, yeah, it's more versatile because you have to put it into a PC, but then you have to build a PC that's VR capable. So now you're talking about
Right.
$2,000 minimum, as where
Well,
a
it
PSVR
used to
2.
be, but bump that number way up with that.
Yeah, if the graphics card shortage wasn't a thing, it would be
Yeah.
minimum $2,000 for something that could barely do it. But
Yeah.
you're talking about spending $1,000, getting a fully next gen capable system that can do 4K 120 hertz and drive its own VR set.
Right.
That's
So-
a hell of a good deal. I'm honestly surprised that Microsoft has not tried to do something like this for the Xbox.
They did. They did the HoloLens. And
We don't talk about
everybody
no.
hated
They did
it.
not. They did not try for that. They did not try to make that.
Look, the biggest
And-
thing I remember from the HoloLens was the
Conquer.
VR
Young
Minecraft.
Conquer.
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about Conquer. No, the VR Minecraft, where you could connect to like a real world, like from Minecraft, right? And you could see it as if you were the character, except not. Like you were. It was almost like you were in creative.
Watching
Like,
from above.
Yeah, you
Because
like
you could see the
see
players
around
running
it.
around.
Yeah, you could see it, but it's like you almost weren't in it. It was just like you were, like it looked cool from their demonstration, but like
And this is the biggest thing he remembers. So
Yeah,
imagine all the stuff that he doesn't remember.
I only remember these two things though.
That's the
They don't
point,
like
bro.
it.
That's what
Now
I'm saying.
it-
Like
There's Minecraft.
a
and there's
forbidden
Ugly
conquer, a
Conquer.
forbidden conquer, and a horrible version of Minecraft. That's the
Yeah.
best. That's the what we do. Like so, what we don't remember. Oh, I don't even want to
Yeah,
go
true.
look.
I'm like, what ideas did they come up with? Knowing Microsoft, Gears of War.
Yeah. All right, into Collector's Corner. This is the weekly segment where we go around
Oh.
talking about, huh?
I was gonna bring up the fact that we brought up Conquer real quick, and then it dawned on me, Microsoft's killed Conquer like 3 times.
Let's
since
not
they
talk about
bought
this
it.
again. We've talked about this so many times. It's so upsetting. It's so upsetting.
every time.
They made the worst version of the game.
No, we're not doing
We're
this
talking
again.
about it.
This is
stop.
Collector's Corner. This is not horrible Microsoft time.
Yeah, that's the rest
That's
of
the right.
podcast.
So this is
That's
the
my
weekly
joke.
segment where we go around talking about games we've been playing that are not the Microsoft Conquer games, and things we've bought or what we've been doing, what's going on, that kind of thing. So Chelsea, hit us.
I'm currently sitting on my Switch playing Animal Crossing, so nothing new here.
Yes, there is. You did a raid in Pokemon Go.
Oh yeah, I did.
Oh
do
man,
a raid in
Pokemon Go making an appearance in Collector's Corner. I think that might be the first time, or at least the first
Oh,
time in
true,
like
because-
60 episodes, maybe.
It's
Yeah.
been a long
Freaking
time.
raid where I
Uh,
freaking beat a 5-star
on.
raid and then
It-
didn't catch it.
was it? Oh, that's. I saw this while we were driving around. Was it this thing?
Hold on. Yeah,
Nihiligo. It's an ultra beast.
yeah. I beat
Just
it and
like
then
me.
didn't catch it.
Just like this podcast, ultra based.
True.
So okay, Cooper.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I got a good little bit this week. They go pretty crazy. So this week I've been playing a little bit. So I played a bit of Hang on, pull up my list. Okay, thank you, awesome. So I played a little bit of Minecraft. Not a lot though. To celebrate one of my homeboy Quentin's birthdays. I played a little bit of Smash Bros. And then one of the dudes there, one of my good friends, Brian, he brought a Switch and he has this game called Muse Dash. It's like a rhythm game, but it's pretty crazy. The whole time, all you do is hit 2 buttons, but it's really fun. You have a life bar and you got to avoid certain notes, not notes, but like saws and stuff, and then it's cool. I like it, and that was fun. Me and Brian were like killing it, and then like Quentin and Andrew were there. They don't play rhythm games ever, so. And then
Nice.
Brian was like, you know what? Master mode, the hardest mode. That was interesting. And then with Alex, previously mentioned, I played Mario Strikers. It was fun. I'm a little excited. I'm really hoping the online really does stay strong. Because if it goes south, I'll be upset. Because honestly it's fire right now. And then I've been playing a real game recently, like legit, like story, everything. For the first time in like months. Not including The World Ends With You, because all I did was one of the side stories. So, and that's Paper Mario 64.
Nice.
Yeah.
I need to pick that back up again. I fell off that after a while. No particular reason. Just you made me think of that.
Oh yeah. I'm playing it on the Switch, and I'm already in chapter 3 after I think like 3 days. Or
It's
no,
pretty fun to get into a groove with Paper Mario games. I have noticed that.
I think yeah, I'm going into chapter 4 actually. Sorry, I beat chapter 3. It is so fun. It makes me. It really wants me to get like an old fashioned Paper Mario so badly. Like the new ones aren't bad, but man, do I miss the old
It's
style.
been a while
Well,
since.
do you want to pay a lot of money or do you want to pay a lot of money?
Good point. Good point.
It's been a
Well, we
while
have-
since I've compared the two. Uh, so I've been watching over Cooper's shoulder as he's played 64.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dang, I can see where Intelligent Systems was like, we did this in 64, but
Let's
it
do it
could be
better."
better.
Yeah.
So
What
like
if
most of the
they did it
things
better?
are better in Thousand Year Door, and the big one is they're like, let's put an enemy dex because there isn't one in 64, which I was like, that's dumb.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You get to have the like enemy's health the whole time, but that's it. It feels so wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I think like so when I rebought all of my GameCube stuff, I made sure to get Thousand Year Door. That was I bought that right before the like when we first could smell that a video game bubble was forming. I bought that because I was like
and
I
it
filled
still
out
hasn't
most of my
popped.
yeah I filled out most of my GameCube stuff when I first smelled it, which thank God. But yeah, I definitely can't touch Thousand Year Door until I play the OG one because if I do it out of order, it's just not going to be as fun. Kind of like how like Bayonetta 1 is a really good game, but if you play it right after Bayonetta 2, you're like this
You're
is
like,
just not that. It's
dang.
Like, yeah, like
They made all the improvements.
Yeah. For
yeah,
real.
like you just don't like
Like-
it as much. So
Like
you got to play them in order because otherwise you don't appreciate it for what it is.
Definitely. Like growing up with the
Or you just gotta be old
sorry.
like me and be like, pretend this is not the game, other game you just played.
Yeah.
Or just
Well, I
gotta
mean,
don't
in
play
that
'em
case,
back
it
to
helps you
back. Like,
appreciate. It still helps you appreciate like how
See
much
where it
better.
came
Yeah,
from.
how much better the new one is. Like,
it just depends on how close together you're playing them. Because
Yeah, true.
if you can still feel the difference, it's going to make the experience of the first game worse for you.
yeah.
dude. Yeah, that's probably the rough thing. It's like growing up with the GameCube and Wii for me. Like I played a lot of games like um
I love that game.
sorry, Kirby Air Ride and like Thousand Year Door and all those. So I can still remember so many things from those games, especially.
Yeah.
So like playing 64 now for the first time, it's like holy crap. Like the paper, like being able to like fold and stuff in Thousand Year Door. I That's not really like a quality of life thing. That's just a really cool like concept. But like, there are some quality of life changes in Thousand Year Door that
Yeah.
I'm like, holy crap. But yeah, I really do like it. It is really fun.
I mean, there's a reason
Like
it's expensive these days.
honestly, like, dude, like that's the crazy thing though. How old is it? Like 20, 30 years old almost.
22 years old. I'm pretty sure it came out in 2000. It was really late in 64 game.
Yeah,
Uh,
still very
I'm
well
like-
received though.
Definitely, and like the humor, like even after like it, I can't speak. The humor, like even after being so like out for so long and so old, like it's still like it hasn't aged at all. Like it works so well, even it's
The-
like today's
Yeah.
The humor of the Paper Mario games does not age.
time. It's so good.
All right, Cameron.
So I played some Mario Kart, and I moved everything up to Chelsea's apartment. That is so heavy. I got a wooden bookcase at the discount cast store, Cast Connections. I think I brought it up on the podcast before. Way back in like August, right? Didn't have to worry about moving it once I got into the apartment. It is so heavy. Alex, you're helping me move that. Good luck.
No.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
also went to Animal Kingdom Lodge and checked their arcade machines for F-Zero. They're not there. But I did see a cabinet for Donkey Kong, Donkey Kong Jr. and Mario Bros.
Oh yeah, you sent a photo of that,
Yeah,
which is confirmed to not be an F-Zero cabinet.
which is confirmed to not be an F-Zero cabinet. I played pool, and I played foosball. Is that what it is? The little table.
The little mini
soccer.
mini soccer with your hands.
Yeah, mini
Yeah.
soccer.
Yes, that is foosball.
Foosball. Yeah, I played that.
Man, remember
and-
when I had a foosball table?
Yeah.
Dang, I
was
just
thinking about
I
that
was
literally.
yeah, I
Yeah.
was that just got another memory. Just totally
Unlocked.
forgot that thing existed. Yeah, dang.
Yeah, no, I played both of those in the Kadani activities room. So that was fun.
I'm already getting mad about how little I use that table. Man, if I had a
didn't
foosball
you
table
use it
now,
for storage.
yeah, sometimes things would just sit on it. We didn't play it that much.
I
Where's
remember
it
us
at
playing it.
now?
That's a great question. It might be in the dump. I can't remember what happened to it. Or we might have gave it to a Goodwill or something. Or
Basically, it's fun.
I don't. Yeah, no, we didn't really throw away anything. Unless it was actually garbage.
Like donated.
Yeah, we let
or-
like all the family come through and like pick out what they want. Like once we got all of our stuff out, we let them go and pick through everything, take what they want, and then I think just either like auctioned it off or donated it to somewhere. Actually, one of my family members might have taken it. That's a good thing. I mean, hell, if I got a chance to get a free foosball table, I would take it for sure. So
Yeah, that's
No doubt.
my last of the original roommates moved out before I did, and he was just giving me everything. Like I told you about this on the drive home yesterday, Grant, but I got like a 20-inch TV, which I gave to Chelsea's roommate because I don't need it. I'm gonna buy a decent TV for my living room and keep the other one I have. Um, I like a Brita filter, several plugs and whatnot, like a bunch of just like random useful items that I don't want to have to pay for. I would gladly take free stuff. Is it gonna make moving it harder? Yes, but it's free, and I like free. And I'm on a budget until I
You like
get.
hoarding.
She call you a hoarder?
Yes.
That's the
all right then, Alex.
Okay, I actually played stuff this week. Obviously, I played Mario Strikers Battle League because we already brought that up, so I figured I'd mention it. A little bit of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Nice.
I really want that next wave of DLC. Shouldn't it be soon, TM?
Hopefully.
Eventually.
Yeah, whatever. Uh, I played around for a while in Neo the World Ends With You, just on the little bonus day. Until one of the 3 special bosses finally kept kicking my butt. So I gave up. Because I didn't feel like just training. I was just seeing if I could beat him at the level I beat the final boss at. I played a bit of Tales of Arise,
Ah,
but
yeah.
I might have broken the game
Uh-oh.
because I was like, we walked past this really strong enemy, and my party member was like, we can't beat that thing at our current level. I was like, bet. So I turned the difficulty down to the very easy.
Yeah.
I went and fought it. I think I started the fight at level 5, and now I think it says level 50.
Oh.
So after I beat it, so I might have leveled up like crazy, cause whoops, the game shouldn't have told me don't fight that thing.
Don't go fight the thing, Alex. Huh? That's funny. I can't read.
That's a
I
good. That's a
could,
good point. But you forgot to mention that I can just change the difficulty.
yeah.
It's like the video game
Um,
version of an IP address.
Yeah.
And then I played a bunch of 64, Kirby 64. I mean,
Nice.
I'm still trying.
A bunch of 64.
Yeah,
I mean, that's technically correct.
yeah.
Yeah, that's not wrong.
I'm probably gonna beat it. Maybe
Finally.
it's like I
I've
looked up.
never actually completed it.
Yeah, I've never actually beaten the final boss either because you have to go. You have to get all the crystals to do that, in every level.
Yeah.
It's not like the new Kirby.
So I guess I need to do that, and be like, I beat this game from when I was a kid.
For real.
But I
for
get to use, the
Save
cheats
states.
from cheats.
Yes, sir.
Because I'm not pulling out the N64 to play Kirby Crystal Shard.
It's somewhere on the shelf.
I actually have, I think there's 3 copies in this house because you've got NSO Online and a 64 copy, and it came with the Kirby collection, right?
On Wii,
the
yeah.
Wii. Yeah.
So yeah.
Time to avenge your child self.
Yeah.
But the save states have been useful to get the card at the end of the level. 'Cause
Save
I'm
states
like,
were useful? I'm shocked.
yeah,
It's
true.
lucky.
But you have to do the little jumpy thing onto the picnic thing. So I'm just like save state right before. Oh, I missed. Let's just. Okay.
Back it up.
Good thing we don't really have a large audience here, because otherwise we'd get some very purist anger out of that statement.
I mean, if they want to come bully us on Twitter, good. They
Yeah,
can
well,
try.
At least there'll be some interaction. Small tier, small passive aggressive tier. All right. So me. Let's see. So I played the Mario Strikers training only. More Stardew Valley. Um,
Okay,
I
that's
got my
about it.
copies. I got my imports. I got Fatal Frame Made in the Blackwater Switch physical and the remake of
That's
Chrono Cross
the-
physical.
It's the Europe one, right? Or the Japan one?
Japanese. They're both from Play Asia, so I was glad to see those finally come in. Also, my copy of Kirby and the Rainbow Curse and Shovel Knight for Wii U both came in.
Nice.
Man, Shovel Knight is a nice box. I love the manual, big thicky manual. That manual
The
rivals.
Wii U one?
Yeah, that manual
And
rivals
I have that, yeah.
the Smash Brothers Brawl manual in terms of
Yeah,
thick manuals.
I miss manuals, man. I get why they're like, oh, we had to cut them, but there's just something about them.
Yeah,
that
just
I
that
miss.
physical. I mean, because I'm not going to play the game, God forbid. So I lie. I wanted to talk about Shovel Knight on here. I played a little bit of Kirby and the Rainbow Curse just to make sure it worked, but not all that much. I did play through the first 2 or 3 levels in Shovel Knight and got reminded
Shovel Knight makes me feel stupid.
well, yeah, it's like, I mean, platforming Dark Souls.
Yeah.
I know that's a really overused cliche, but that cliche at the time when that game came out was a new thing.
Kinda.
Sort
but
of,
yeah,
kinda. I get
newer
it wasn't
than-
overused. It was still like applicable. But yeah, I've totally, forgot that Shovel Knight's soundtrack is bumping, bro. I was vibing in
true.
that. It's so bad. Like, for being a knight with a freaking shovel, it is pretty badass. I was really enjoying it. It's a very,
I guess I
very
should
good
try
indie
out the
game.
mode, right? There's the fighting one now, or was that a full-fledged release? Hold on.
I have no idea. I didn't realize Treasure Trove was free.
It is, or yeah, not in all of them, but in most of them.
Yeah, because I put in the disc and downloaded the update, and I was like, wait, Treasure Trove? I get all of that on here? Hell yeah. So that's really cool.
Okay, Shovel Knight Showdown came with Treasure Trove.
So it
Got
is in it.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that finally played Wii Sports Club for the first time. It's weird. I only played golf. I was gonna play it more last night with one of my buddies, but we ended up just totally spacing on the games that I brought over. We grilled some food and just chilled. So I finally put my unused switches on display like they should be. You cannot see my custom. So I've been mulling over this all day. There's not a way that I can display it to where you can both see everything from the front and the top without it looking stupid. So I decided that it's gonna look good if you're
Stupid.
standing at it. If you're standing at if I was standing up like 6 inches away or a foot away from it, that's when everything looks really good. So I've redid all that. So I've got the Animal Crossing Switch, my custom Switch, and the Switch Lite, which I did successfully print a nice little stand for. And also, I have a charger running back there so I can charge them. And also, if I ever want to use them for just shits and giggles, my TV's right there, so I can just run a cable, no problem. So yeah, I did that today. What else? Honestly, I don't know if there's much else. Oh, I played some more Phasmophobia with Dakota and Josh.
Nice.
Got back into it, and I think that's about it. I think I probably played some like more Kirby or something too.
Yeah, I pulled up RE8, got lost, and then went, I'm done.
Oh, thank you for saying that, because that reminds me, I booted up Skyward Sword HD. And I can remember myself saving in the middle of a dungeon and being like, this is the stupidest idea I've ever had. You don't save in the middle of a dungeon unless you plan on coming back the next day.
Right.
And I did not. I came back in like 6 months. So I had to spend like the first hour and a half reading through a guide. I was like checking a guide. I tried for a bit, and I was like, I can't remember anything. So I like found a guide, and I was like, okay, do I have the item yet? What kind of small keys have I gotten? Have I fought the mini boss? And so I finally figured it out. I was right before the mini boss, so I'm going through that. It's the sand ship dungeon, getting
Oh
the
yeah, no,
Nehru's
that's
flame.
one of the worst ones you could have
Yeah,
saved us. Wow.
yeah. So back to that. That's what I was missing. All right, so it has already been an hour on this show, and man, we still got like over a page to go. So these tidbits are gonna go a little quick. Cooper, you hit us with the Fae.
All right, so this time around we don't got too much this week. Mostly just a lot of revivals. We got some special quests, and that's more or less it, really. We'll probably get more news next week.
All right, we got a lot of Fire Emblem Three Hopes stuff. We've got the path. The paths got revealed, so the paths are Scarlet Blaze, Azure Gleam, and Golden Wildfire. Scarlet Blaze aligned with Edelgard as her army conquers the area of Fodlan to flush out dark forces and rebuild a more just society. Did I say that right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Fodland. I can't remember how to pronounce like umlauts and whatever that one is. Azure Gleam, ally with Dimitri as he navigates a messy succession in the Holy Kingdom of Fergos and fends off the encroaching Adrestrian Empire. Adrestian Empire. I don't know. Golden Wildfire, join with Claude to build a strong foundation as the Leicester Alliance fends off the Almiran army. Man, I should have made you do this.
Passed it off. I mean, they were all pretty close.
Okay. Man, I those aren't even Japanese names, and I'm struggling with them. Also, a download demo button appeared on the Nintendo website for a little bit.
But it
very
was
long.
not. Yeah, it wasn't actually released. So maybe this week. I was hoping that it would
When
be
does the game come out?
the end of the month, the 24th.
That one I probably will be buying at launch.
That makes a lot more sense.
That's because you have to. You need
I
views
do.
on YouTube.
I need something for my channel, and
Hello?
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 Cameron died. He was needs
I
something
died.
on my
You
channel.
died.
No,
You
I
died.
think Chelsea died.
No, I heard
I'm
Chelsea.
here.
Okay, then who said hello?
Okay. Chelsea said
Chelsea.
hello.
Because Cameron cut off.
You cut off.
I heard him the whole time. Okay, that was weird. Anyway, and also we've got confirmed amiibo compatibility, and also you get a reward for owning Fire Emblem Three Houses or Fire Emblem Warriors.
Yes.
I've played both of those because I think it. No, yeah, I'm fairly certain I played it on my Animal Crossing Switch. Because I would have had that by the time I was doing the amiibo video in 2020.
It's at either or, so you'll be fine. But
Why
then maybe
both?
some. Huh? What if you have both? I don't know. There's probably something for both, but
Yeah, I'm
Probably
sure
not.
it's different items. I don't know. You're gonna have all of the amiibo access, so I'm gonna need your help.
okay.
PlayStation 5 sales have reached 20 million worldwide,
That's
which
good.
is that's crazy. Yeah, it's not even been 2 years. And yeah, wow. I mean, that tracks to so I was thinking in my head for a second like Switch basically 20 million a year average. I don't think it was that high 2 years in because then a lot of it really spiked during COVID. That's when like a shit ton of people bought a Switch.
Because
Yeah,
everyone that hadn't bought one for Animal Crossing was
All of a
buying
sudden was
one.
like, I need mental assistance, so I shall
And
buy Animal
you
Crossing.
had everyone that was angry about the fact that Animal Crossing was one island per console because that's the way it's always been, and Nintendo does not change the core design philosophy
Also, they wanted you to be able to just jump in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how long it takes to load like 40 islands? Probably long.
Do you know how long it takes to load one island?
Probably long.
It is. It got worse with more updates.
Yeah, it's like Smash 4.
Man, yeah, dude, that loading time got long. I remember that.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay, can we go?
Okay.
No.
Is it just
It's
my
been
Switch? Oh, sorry. Is it just my
no.
Switch, or does Smash for Switch
Smash
also take kind of low on
Smash
me?
Ultimate has also gotten slower, but like
It's
it's
really
Smash
if
not.
you're
4
only
was
in
the peak of.
handheld.
Smash 4 is an abysmal loading time.
True.
It's like once it's loaded, you're okay, but it's getting past.
The loading.
That initial boot
Yeah.
up, yeah. Smash
Um,
for Switch is also kind of bad, but it's not
It's not as
4.
the next lineup of PS Plus monthly games has been revealed fully. God of War, Naruto, Boruto, Shinobi Striker, and Nickelodeon All Star Brawl.
Trying to get that money in before
They change over.
Multiverses releases.
Oh yeah, for Nickelodeon All Stars. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Steam Deck docking station got delayed. Totally not shocked about that. But
Look, I don't know what Steam expects. They're like, you can only buy it if you have a Steam account that's like a year old. Nobody's gonna own a Steam account outside of the
I mean, really, the
what
kind
are
of
they
the
called?
most of the demographic that would buy a
Would
Steam Deck
only buy it.
would have a Steam account that's at least a year old.
Yeah, true.
The only people
That's
that
what I
wouldn't
meant.
follow that would be like hype train people or whatever. But even then, like that's such a broad. I mean, like you wouldn't have there's not a large subset of people that would get a Steam account and love it so much to buy a Steam Deck within the first
True.
year. I don't think anyway. Maybe that's just me. Sonic Frontiers world premiere gameplay.
It's bad.
But no, don't forget, this is what they're trying to do.
I don't care what
This
they're
is the
trying
Sonic
to do.
philosophy.
It's bad. No, they said they were shooting for high reviews on this one, so I can call it bad. You're slow. There's a bird in the trailer going faster than you. You're Sonic. You should be faster than the bird.
Fans called fans called on Sega to delay the game following how bad it was.
Essentially, it's a tech demo to be
Yeah,
like, we can do Breath of the Wild. They even did the piano like slow keys
Oh, like in the
music
intro
that Breath of
single.
the Wild did. No, for the whole song.
So like they copied the music theory of Breath of the Wild.
Right.
Yeah.
But
That
you're
doesn't work for
Sonic, so
Sonic.
it should be
Yeah, it should
Fast
be
paced.
fast. Yeah, it's not gonna be
And-
tranquil.
Dude, it's really bad because like everything's already loaded in. So when you climb up a tower, you can see like all the rails and everything.
no,
else.
not everything's loaded in because they'll be running past stuff in the trailer, and it
then
will
it'll
pop
load
in while they're passing
Oh
it.
yeah.
But it also like like you can see some of the rails, and it's like, why is it just floating, bro? It's not good.
They released combat, but I didn't watch the combat trailer because I didn't feel like it after
Yeah,
watching.
you're already about to throw up.
Yeah,
River City Girls 2 is coming out on all platforms summer of this year, so within the next couple months here.
good.
Fan-made Flipnote archive launched, featuring 44 million Flipnotes from the discontinued DSi app. That's interesting.
I was looking through it when I saw it announced. You basically, if you want to find something specific, you type it on their weird search bar.
Shinji Hashimoto retires from Square Enix.
I don't know what he did, and I usually know what these people do.
Shinji Hashimoto. That was close enough. Let's see. A long-running producer that has worked there since 1995, best known for his
Kingdom
contributions
Hearts. I
to
should've
Kingdom
known
Hearts
that.
and Final Fantasy.
Yeah, Okay, I should have known it. Mm,
He served as
I saw.
producer or executive producer on almost every Final Fantasy since Final Fantasy VII.
Dang. Yeah, I pulled up a picture and I was like, wait a minute, I actually do know this man. I just didn't know the name.
Yeah. Um, let's see. The Swedish game publisher Embracer Group announced that it is creating an archive that already has 50,000 games and related accessories. So just like a
I have no
entirety of
idea.
video game
But yeah, I
history.
figured like Wikipedia, but hopefully better.
Yeah, but like in video game specifically. Embracer Group news. What do we got? Yeah. Embracer opens archive aiming to preserve every physical game and console ever. So they're going to have. Oh my god, I would so geek out if I could go to a video game museum that had literally everything.
Oh, that's what it is? That's a lot cooler. That's all. As a kid, I was like, it'd be so cool, but it'd be more like a private thing anyway. So,
Um, I'm not really sure if it's going to be a museum.
so like a private collection, which
Um, yeah, but like as an archive, like people could access it for
to look at
whatever.
like original manuals. But
Y-
they're not gonna let people open like sealed copies, are they?
I don't know if they
Maybe they'll have more than one copy of things.
possibly, but well, it's not like you could just like go in and check. It's not a library. Like you couldn't go
Right.
in and check out something, but you
No, I
could
know an
request.
archive.
Yeah, you could like request the information from them, and they're gonna have somebody do it very properly and stuff. I assume. I doubt it would all be sealed stuff because you need to get in there, but maybe sealed stuff too. I don't know. I'm trying to see. Let's see. The company revealed its plan to start cataloging and constructing a database sometime this year, alongside future plans to collaborate, good lord, with museums and institutions with the aim of providing assistance to researchers and journalists. So yeah, literally just an archive that they're gonna have as an accessible database. That's really awesome. Good on you, Embracer Group. Very poggers of you. Um, Knights of the Old Republic 2 is coming to Switch next month with restored content DLC coming later. Cool.
Oh, the just restored content. It's a there was like a bunch of content cut at the end of production because they had to get the game out
Ah, yeah.
at the time. So, but it was already all basically done. So years later, a group took all the content and did a mod that added it all back in. And then I want to say they're working with that mod team to add the mod officially into the game on the Switch version.
Okay. The Sims 4 Werewolves DLC revealed. I know somebody that's going to be buying that instantly.
It looks bad. They look like furries.
Oh, good. Well,
Sims 4
she's probably still
furry
going to
stuff.
buy it anyway. Um,
But yeah,
so
I
Furries
figured.
DLC.
Yeah.
Great. Love it.
Look, I heard Sims 4 announced Werewolf DLC, and I'm like, that's cool. And then I saw them, and I'm like, no, these aren't werewolves. I mean, yeah, they've got like the same ideas of, oh, they transform during um
Ew,
full
yeah, bro,
moons,
they are fur.
but
What?
they don't look like werewolves, do they? They look like furries.
Oh, but as the second Jewel buys this, I'm gonna bully her about playing a furry game. I can already taste it.
She probably hasn't pre-ordered.
Um, security breach. Oh, FNAF Security Breach is getting free DLC sometime next year.
Yep, they released
Throwing a
some sort of
wrench, another wrench in
poster.
Matt Pat's quest to solve FNAF.
That's why I know about it. He was talking about it.
Yeah.
You play as a little girl with light up shoes, which I was like, Cooper will play this. He likes light up shoes.
I thought you were gonna go a totally different direction with that, but
Nope.
okay.
No, no, no. If I can interrupt real quick, I have a really cool segment, little thing, short little segment.
Did you buy light up
What?
shoes?
He has a pair of light
I
up
have
shoes.
the yeah, I have lightning McQueen
No,
Crocs.
dude. No.
He
They
has
go
the light up Crocs.
hard. And every time I wear them, I'm like, where are the hoes at? Aren't they supposed to be here? I look around, they aren't there.
They're in the bathroom throwing up.
So here's a little cool little thing. So Fortnite's doing a crossover with Star Wars, and this is one of the loading screens.
Would you
I
post
posted
it?
it in the chat,
Okay, let's
and
see.
it looks
Josh,
sick.
good.
I'm good.
That is
Oh,
cool
that-
art.
It goes
Yeah.
hard. It's
Now they just need.
I don't like all the connecting stuff, but like,
No, yeah, they need. Someone needs to like take all the Fortnite stuff off of it, and it would look good.
I mean, it looks good as
looks
yeah,
good.
it's part of Fortnite, but the art itself is incredible. That's really good
it's
looking.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
True.
want like all the loading screen stuff off.
Yeah, just like the full raw image. Sick
Yeah.
desktop
Yeah.
background.
Yeah,
If
you
it
could
all
get
gets-
everything off.
Yeah, if you could find like a raw image.
Hang on, I got y'all. Boom. It's loading. Boom.
good. Okay, good.
It's a
Sick.
picture of Darth, and for viewers at home, it's a picture of Darth Vader, and it goes hard.
Yeah,
really
it's like he's
does.
being summoned up from like a pile of evil. It's really hard to explain. It looks like something from a horror movie, kind of. He's like floating
Yeah.
on this big mass of black something that is shredded and evil looking. That is very stiff photo.
Yeah, if you want to know what it looks like, just look up Fortnite Darth Vader loading screen, and you'll find it. But it looks really cool.
Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Aurora from Child of Light is now a playable character.
I think
Man,
we
that's
mentioned
that's
this when she
impressive.
was
That's
announced to be.
yeah. Impressive that game's getting content. Nintendo is not going to Gamescom this year, so
Were they gonna go anyways?
I don't know, man.
Do they ever?
Probably not.
Gamescom is in August. So instead of Gamescom, Nintendo's got you with the Nintendo Switch road trip happening this summer.
Whoopee.
No, we can't go into any of them because most of them are in California.
No, they're not mostly in California.
There's-
There's like 3 in California. That's
two.
most
There's
of them.
two.
Maybe they
There's
added
2
some,
out of
man.
9. Calm down.
'Cause
All right,
I-
from the page itself. The Nintendo Switch road trip hits the road this summer to bring you and your family hands-on playtime with the latest member of the Nintendo Switch family, the Nintendo Switch OLED model. Play demos of the latest games, including Nintendo Switch Sports, Mario Strikers Battle League, and Kirby and the Forgotten Land. There are 9 tour locations, starting June 10th, so next week, or no, this Friday, each weekend, until September 2nd to September 5th, which is the last one. They're going to Minneapolis, Denver, Milwaukee, Chicago, San Diego, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Didn't realize that was a place. Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina, Los Angeles, California, and Seattle, Washington.
None of these are in the South outside.
Yeah,
North.
that's what I was gonna say. Like, we've already got. Like, I get that Minnesota and Wisconsin aren't exactly close to Pennsylvania, but like, there's nothing in like North Carolina cannot be counted
It's
as
farther,
the South.
Yeah, no, it's
Like,
further north.
Why isn't there one in Atlanta or something?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
okay,
I couldn't go, but at least one be.
I mean, like, it would be an option. Like, it's a 2-hour. Like,
Yeah.
you could go.
No, I'd be
if
more
you
scared
really-
of like everybody going to Atlanta.
True.
Can we go back to 2017?
tailgates.
Yeah, where there was one here.
Yeah, where they came to
that wasn't
Auburn. That was
2017, though.
weird.
That was
2014.
Yeah, that was
Right
way-
before
true.
we
Smash
had
4
our
released.
3DSs.
Yeah,
That was the phase in our lives where all of our photos had to include our 3DSs for some cursed reason that I still have not figured out despite many sleepless nights.
I think it was your suggestion.
I know! This is why I've had several sleepless nights. I'm trying to, like, it's got to be in my brain somewhere, right?
Why
like,
did I want this?
like, why did I want that? Why did I suggest that out loud? And why did they all be like, okay? Why did they
Okay.
agree with me? What? I have not figured out answers to any of those questions. But yeah.
Do you
so-
imagine if we did that with our Switches today?
Oh my god.
Cringe, dude. Oh god, cringe so hard. I hate that.
Why did you suggest this?
Graduation photos. Nintendo Switches.
Whenever I'm with a friend group and the topic of like what we looked like in high school or whatever comes up every now and then, like, okay,
You're like now,
I have
but
to
with
press-
a 3DS.
I have to preface like, okay, I'm gonna be holding a 3DS in this photo, and so are all my friends. There's no particular reason. It's not related at all to any photo that we're in, except the one at the Smash tournament.
Right.
And even
that
then,
one.
that's still kind of weird. So
we brought her.
don't. Yeah, like we played them on the band bus, and I guess that was worthy of taking photos with the band trophies with our 3DSs. Like they were a contributing member of our success. to
They helped
those.
us not suffer on the.
That's
Yeah,
a
delay.
lot.
they helped the trip go by. I guess. Um,
Not really sure. We just did
We just did the things.
well, that might have been the first semblance of like, we are the Nintendo dorks, and we're proud of it. Damn it! Because
That's true
before-
today.
Well, now it's cool to be a video game dork, but you know, even as recently as
yeah.
like 24 pre Wii U or pre Switch, if you like Nintendo, you were kind of a dork for a while there. So we were like, this is what we are,
Xbox or
and we're
PlayStation.
tired of hiding it. This is our statement. We're
Nintendo.
making a statement.
It certainly was a statement.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
360 or PS3, Nintendo punch. Love it.
I mean,
Correct.
that's just facts.
Yeah. Let's see. Sega producer says high costs are preventing a Dreamcast or Saturn mini console, but apparently the Mega Drive 2 is okay.
Yeah. So Jaguars.
Oh man. Can we get an Atari Lynx mini?
Yes, because. Oh wait, how well did the Atari Mini sell?
Was there an Atari mini?
They did like the 2600 as a mini.
Oh, I don't know. Who cares?
It had all your favorite games. That's on everything.
The Atari, there's Tiny Arcades. There's an Atari Lego set.
Okay, I am.
Interesting. Speaking of, I rediscovered that I have 2 controllers for the Atari 5200.
Holy crap.
Why? I remembered that my stepdad randomly was like, "Hey, I found these in my stuff, and this looks like something you do." So I was like, "Why do you have 2 Atari 5200 controllers and nothing else?" And
Where's
why
the other
did
pieces?
these stay behind?
Wait, the
Where's the
5200
Atari?
is the calculator, right? Or
That's the one
Phone?
that, yeah, well, one of several of the phones, but yeah, it's got a joystick and a button on either side, and then a number pad.
Great.
For slots for you to put like an overlay on. Yeah, so
I
I
hate
discovered I have
that.
those again.
Amazing.
Excuse me.
yeah, I was like, he's dead.
Yeah,
He's
I
gone.
had to mute for a second at cough. I didn't want to. I try to avoid
Fair.
that if I can. So yeah, I found those. Still don't know if
Oh,
they
that's
work.
where our image comes from. Don't worry, Cameron found it.
No. That's a later. That's after we were doing it. That's them holding a Switch. That's way after we did it.
Yeah, but that's
We did it
different. Those
first.
people make the console and are trying to promote it. We are just some dorks in a B+ tier marching band that
I think
won.
that rating is a little high.
That we just did good enough to get all 1 ratings, but we
And
didn't win
win
anything. We
best
didn't.
Show. No, we won Best in Show at one of them.
Did we win one of those when we were there?
Yes,
Oh,
with Dark Side of Disney, where you got the
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Best in.
Yeah, I
Well,
was
he was
upset that Black and Blue didn't do as good because I like that one a lot more because I'm a slut for jazz music.
No, but I don't know what was going on with. It's like this should be winning, and it's like, but it's not iconic stuff. So no,
Well,
Wasn't
I think it was because
someone else was doing our show, like essentially.
oh yeah,
There
like a
w- yeah,
crossover, like how
one-
genres of music blend together. Yeah, it was like a mix of that, and also it was difficult music and a difficult set to march.
yeah.
And this applies to most of the people in that band at the time. But I
I
remember
didn't
for us,
care.
it took us a long time to get that set right with 12 tubas, having to sprint. Remember, like that one move that made us sprint like 40 yards backwards diagonally?
Yes.
And we had to like sprint in reverse. It took me like 2 months to understand in my brain, like, how do I run backwards with a tuba on my shoulder? Yeah, so like we never really got
that
that down
sucks.
right.
And we had a lot of people who just in our section that were like, I don't want to try.
yeah, and then also
I don't want to learn something different, but I don't want to try.
also trying to play bass lines and funky jazz music with a tuba is difficult.
Yes.
Um,
Realistically, we never should have had that set though, where we were supposed to go that far.
yeah, make somebody else do that. We're not supposed to be moving. That took for yeah, dude. That was
I mean, it's the same reason that Mickey always looked like he had a tumor.
yep.
Yeah, it's like
Because-
stuff like that. It's like
Tubas, like, you can't see behind you, so how are we going to get?
And
the
then
space-
everybody's like so mad at you because
Yeah, like I'm like it's like driving a U-Haul. Like there's just no rear view. You can see to the side.
Yeah.
You've got peripheral, and that's it. So I remember Cawthron
you
making that
have
a
one
point.
peripheral.
Yeah, he was like, whoever's behind the tubas, get the hell out of the way, because they're gonna be sprinting backwards full speed at you, and I'm not gonna be able to see you at all. So it's your responsibility to move. That's funny. Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time remake was not canceled, but was delayed again. It was rumored to be canceled for a little bit. I saw that in the news.
Mhm.
So, rip. Super Nintendo World is going to be opening in Universal Studios Hollywood in early 2023.
Don't care, not the one near
yeah,
us.
yeah. Come to 2025 Orlando. That's when you come talk to me. I found this. This made me really mad. Apparently, maxing out a character in Diablo Immortal costs on average about $110,000 to do so because of loot boxes. The first article I saw about this said it either takes 10 years of gameplay or $110,000 on average. But I tried to look at. I looked it up again.
Tortured.
I looked it up again today to try to put it on the sheet, and I couldn't find any mention of the 10-year thing. It just all was described like this, where so the highest tier legendary gems, which is the premium currency in the game, which is used to upgrade the character post game, can't currently be earned by players who don't pay for them with real money. And this number is compounded by the fact that you can't purchase legendary gems outright. They are a drop from the legendary crests, which are their in-game loot boxes.
Yeah, I figured you said legendary crest, and I'm like, great.
Yeah. There's a whole level of upgrades that only unlocks once a player managed to get their 5-star gems to rank 10. Doing this is estimated a cost of $40,000 in loot boxes.
Amazing.
Diablo Immortal's loot boxes have seen the game not launch in the Netherlands or Belgium due to strict governmental laws on loot boxes.
Good.
Yeah, good. It shouldn't be released anywhere. That's horrible. And also, the lovely game War Thunder. My cousin loves this game a lot. I play it sometimes. It's basically like the war reenactment simulator for history nerds, like super high detailed military equipment, and you can either play as part of the Navy
so it's
or
not
ground
just
forces or
bully
planes.
the other team.
Yeah, no, it's like
yeah.
two full sets of militaries that have a battle on all three phases. So ground forces, ships, and planes. I've only played with the planes because that's what's fun to get to fly around and stuff. But yeah, so this is the third time this has happened apparently. Chinese military secrets and secret details about some other tanks got revealed on War Thunder by some dude on a thread because he was upset that the Chinese tanks in game needed to be more realistic. So somehow he leaked military secret details on War Thunder. This is the third time this has happened. Let me say that again.
Why is this not accurate? Here you go.
Yeah,
Because
Bruh, this
don't
is
have
yeah. Xi Jinping was like,
secret.
is like so on top of everything. Not being leaked, but he forgot about War Thunder. Nobody ever expects a War Thunder. You know that's one pissed off dictator.
Here you go. Please make it more accurate. This is the actual document.
Yeah, why are you giving this to me? How'd you get this? That's hilarious. I cracked up reading that. All right. Old but still interesting tidbits. First off, Pikmin 2. In Pikmin 2, GameCube discs of Luigi's Mansion, Super Mario Sunshine, Zelda Wind Waker, and the original Pikmin were originally going to be unique treasures to collect, and their textures can still be found in the game's files. That's a
Makes
really
me
cool
sad.
collectible.
Yeah, makes me sad this one wasn't still in the game though. Those were all.
That is super awesome. And sticking with the GameCube theme, Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, when Luigi tells Mario the lengthy stories of his adventures, Mario and almost all of his partners fall asleep, but the only partner who remains awake and actually listens to Luigi is Bobbery. So Bobbery's a real homie.
Dude, for real. And it's really cool because, like, you think, oh, maybe it's just his model, but he does have a sleeping animation too. So you know it's like
He cares. Yeah, he's a real G. Mario's
He's
an
a
ass,
goat.
dude. Mario's the worst fucking brother.
Oh, Mark's an ass, and 64, he's like, you can't go with me. And in 1,000 Year Door, he doesn't even listen to his brother's stories, bro.
Yeah, and he reads his diary and just like, man, Luigi is straight up oppressed right now. I don't care.
I know.
Okay, so we got to bring it back up again because Cameron found the photo of us with the band
Found the
trophies
photo.
and the 3DSs.
Why would you
And,
post this?
Man, all of our hair is
All over here.
disgusting in unique ways. There are 3 horrible heads of hair in here. Each one has its own set of issues. That's more impressive than the 3DSs, honestly.
Chelsea, your thoughts?
Oh no, yours is the
I
worst
can't
one.
see it.
Um,
Where did you post it?
all night memes.
It's like
Okay, hold on.
it's got to be shortly after a haircut, and the band bus must have been miserable.
Yeah, y'all two both look like you got a haircut like the day, like a couple, like not too
Like-
soon before the
Yeah,
photo.
and it hadn't regrown to fix.
Yeah, because Alex's hair just make his head look like 3 inches taller. Cameron's got some sharp cut lines on his forehead, and my hair is like the super awkward length and also the greasiest hair I've ever seen. That's
Yeah.
disgusting. Dude, I hated my hair in high school. It was always so gross. It also makes me sad that we didn't all have unique 3DSs because Cameron and I, whenever we did this, we both had the same color blue 3DS XL.
The annoying thing is,
Now you
I
both have
didn't
new,
even
and I still have
utilize-
that one.
I didn't even utilize the 3DS until like almost my birthday, which would have been about the time that the X and Y 3DS is released. So like I had it for a year and didn't use it much. Like we went on a
And
Disney
you
trip
put
that year.
more time than me or Grant did in Pokemon.
And X and Y, yeah, I did.
Okay, back to the show again. After that horribleness. All right, biggie rumor time. Xbox era has heard that Darth Maul is in Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Interesting.
It makes sense though. They need someone recognizable from the franchise, and they can't bring Vader back again
Yeah.
because there's no reason Cal should live for a second time.
Jeff Grubb said that Xbox mandated that their studios need to have gameplay ready for the showcase, so it seems like we might see a little bit of everything from all their studios. We'll see how that goes.
Probably
There's
not,
gonna be
though.
tech demos.
Yeah.
How true. Oh, we actually had to throw something together. Here's
This
the
works,
character
right?
walking for 5 seconds. All right, we did it.
We did it. Game. This is the
And then
game,
Forza
right?
will have gameplay. You know, or the other two that they work on all the time. But not anything that's actually new.
Returnal and Sackboy: A Big Adventure have PC version images leaked. We've already talked about Returnal coming to PC as a rumor,
Right.
so yeah, this further confounds that. Oh yeah, also the PS5 remastered version of the original Spider-Man is going to be coming to PC.
Honestly, I'm kind of annoyed I didn't include that in State of Play somehow because it got announced in State
Yeah.
of Play.
I thought about it and then forgot, but that reminded me. Sony patent. There's a Sony patent was found that could allow handwriting using the touchpad. Interesting. You can
Whoa.
sign your rights away to Sony on the little
This
trackpad.
sounds miserable. Speaking of touchpad, new stuff for PS5. Yeah, I don't think we covered that. They announced for the PS version of Hogwarts Legacy, will have all these little unique. It will use everything that the PS5 has, like
Including the
controller-wise.
touchpad.
Yeah, HD Rumble, haptic haptic feedback, HD Rumble, whatever. The adaptive triggers will work. The little light sensor will change depending on what house you're in, so it will match that house color.
That's cool. I do like it when they utilize the colors. Call of Duty is the only one that comes to. I'm sure there's other ones that I can't think of, but Call of Duty always comes to
Resident
mind.
Evil uses it for your life bar. It will match how dead you are.
Oh,
Yeah,
see, I don't know that because. Oh, wait, is that in Resident Evil 8?
That's in all the Resident Evil remakes. I believe.
I was gonna say.
Like all the modern. I believe it's in 7, 2, 3, and 8.
Okay, I must have just not noticed it in 8, but
It's because it's on the other side, except for
No, on PS5 it will be in
Yeah.
your hand like this because
yeah, exactly.
not
But
on
like,
the other
you're still
side.
not looking at the controller. It's
Yeah.
still just a little more obvious. Chelsea's already said we're getting a PS5 for Hogwarts.
nice. Yeah, and also Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 7 I own on the Xbox, and Resident Evil 3 I haven't played yet. So
Fair enough.
that's a little more for my case. Canceled Halo and AOE. What is that acronym? AOE. Age of Empires reboot.
Yeah.
Bingo. Age of Empires reboot. Blood Rain 3 and a Batman game, along with others, leaked by a Spanish website. Interesting. That's a weird mix.
I can pull the link if you need it. It would just take me a sec.
Okay, well, you're looking for that. Also, there's a new Crash game in development by Toys for Bob. Aren't they the ones that made Octodad?
Toys for Bob made the previous.
Toys for Bob is the one that caused Skylanders to be created.
Okay, here we go.
Games developed.
They're
Yes,
also, like,
Skylanders. Before that, it was just kind of like shovelware games, and then they made a bunch of the Skylanders. They worked on they ported Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy to Switch. Or they at least worked on it. As well as they also worked on the Spyro Reignited Trilogy, the new Crash Bandicoot 4, and they also worked on Call of Duty Warzone last year. That's an interesting one.
Batman game
Because
this
they got bought out.
website mentions is the canceled Arkham sequel that would have starred his son. But there's 10 games on this website.
Well, it is in Spanish.
Yeah.
Let's see. Marvel's Midnight Suns launch date seems to be October 6th. There will be 3 versions, a standard version, an enhanced version, and a legendary version. Can't wait to see how that's going to go.
They released covers for each one. The legendary one's got like the villains on it, and it kind of looks better than the others.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how they're going to divvy up the content for these editions.
Costumes, which is probably better than.
Yeah, as long as they don't keep content away or something. Oh, it's right here. Duh.
Yeah,
the enhanced edition includes the base game and enhanced premium pack featuring 5 premium skins. The premium skins include Captain America Future Soldier, Captain Marvel from Marvel, Magic Phoenix 5, Nico Minoru from Sister Grimm, and Wolverine the X-Force. I know I used a lot of wrong articles in that sentence, but whoops. Let's see. Also, the Legendary Edition includes the base game, the Legendary Premium Pack, which has 23 skins in it, and the Marvel's Midnight Suns Season Pass. The Season Pass will include 4 DLC packs, each introducing a new fully playable hero, new missions, new enemies, and more. So it looks like you get all of the skins from the Enhanced Edition, but also Captain America, Captain of the Guard, Captain Marvel from Medieval Marvel, Magic New Mutant, Nico Minoru Shadow Witch, Wolverine Cowboy Logan, Blade Demon Hunter, Blade 1602, Iron Man Iron Knight, Iron Man Bleeding Edge, Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance, Ghost Rider Death Knight, Doctor Strange, Strange Future Supreme, Scarlet Witch Boss Witch, Scarlet Witch Fallen SW, Spider-Man Symbiote, Spider-Man Demon, and 2 additional skins for an unannounced hero. I hope you wrote all of that down. There will be a test.
Good. How many Captain Americas?
I don't even know, like, what the hell is Strange Future Supreme or Blade 1602? I mean, I guess I just don't
Okay, I
that
know
one.
the Blade one. It's an old comic where it was set in that time period.
Interesting.
Like I don't recognize the name next
like
to
Iron Knight or
stuff.
Bleeding Edge. I have no idea how that relates to Iron Man.
They just are all just Bleeding Edge is a before they changed it up to be closer to the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
Bleeding Edge was his suit in the comics.
Okay.
That came out of his, like he made it where it would be in his bloodstream, and he could just call it.
Oh, he made it like what are they, nanobots?
Yeah, but inside
And
him.
yeah, that were like in his blood. He was yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I see it now. Bleeding Edge makes sense. And all right, so our finishing topic. This originally came up because I found a fake anti-piracy screenshot. So it's about anti-piracy measures in games, just like some funny ones. The one I originally found that is fake was a thing that was made to look like it was from Nintendogs, where if you ran a pirated copy of Nintendogs, it would kill your animals, and say that Nintendogs registered trademark can only survive in legitimate Nintendo DS cartridges.
So here's a fun fact about that though. In Nintendogs, let's say everybody who played Nintendogs back in the day played it now, your dog would have escaped, and it would probably hate you. You can find it again.
Oh, it's
but
going to take a lot of work to make him like it, make him love you again.
Yeah, trust you again. Yeah.
So yeah, that's how that came up. Then immediately discovered it to be fake, but we went ahead and stuck it anyway and put some other ones in here.
I did put 2 lists of different ones after I got tired of writing out ones I knew.
Let's see. So yeah, we'll go through these first. So in Game Dev Tycoon, if you use a pirated copy, at some point during the game, a special event would occur where people start pirating your games that you developed in the game. Your income will become basically zero and you drown in costs until you're bankrupt. Back when this game came out, people complained to the actual devs that the game was too hard and the anti-piracy event would ruin their run.
How dare you add this anti-piracy thing? I'm going to complain about it to you.
Yeah. Man, they made the pirated version too hard. What, like, why? I just stole the game.
I just stole the game that you worked on and we're not charging a lot for.
It's like 10.
I was gonna say, like, yeah, like how expensive is Game Dev Tycoon? Like $15?
If that.
Come on.
Like at launch, yeah.
Come on now. And in Earthbound, if you're playing a pirated version, the game would ramp up the difficulty while also spawning an obscene amount of enemies for the overworld random battles to the point where it gets obnoxious. You can play through it, but the game is pretty much designed to be as little fun as possible. if you get through that all anyway, and you get to the final boss just before your fight in the end game, your game will crash and your save file gets deleted. That is
Oh,
rough. That is rough. That also is very satisfying. The idea of
yeah,
that.
yeah. That's great.
Sucker.
I wonder how they would detect a pirated version.
Yeah, that's gonna be a little hard. I would think.
I mean, back in the day, it would be a lot easier, but you could easily get around most. I assume it was like some code line or chip or something that.
Yeah, like I know, like like every Nintendo cartridge game from the NES through I think I'm not sure if the Game Boy line had them, but I know like the NES, SNES, N64 all had the same famous Nintendo CIC lockout chip in them, but that wouldn't let you play the game at all if you didn't have it. Like it wouldn't even boot up the console. So it had to be something additional to that.
So the second list I pulled up was just a list of every game with a known anti-piracy measure, and
Mhm.
on there is Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
Oh, hit us with it.
If the game detects you are playing on a flashcard or emulator, it will soft lock at the start of a battle with the player's Pokeballs continuing to spin indefinitely.
Interesting.
Oh,
There is a
And
video of it happening.
I like the Batman Arkham Asylum one.
um,
Um,
really quick before you say that, that reminds me of the thing we talked about a couple weeks ago, where if you try to hack your GBA games with like a GBA Pokemon games, like a Game Shark or something, and you make your Pokemon's level over 100,
oh,
that
the
it
Oh,
egg,
the
Bad
the
Egg.
bad egg
bad
the
egg.
bad egg. Yeah, that's running it. Anyway, what was the Batman one?
Okay, so in Batman Arkham Asylum, and Alex can attest to this, you had to glide a lot. Apparently, their decision for the anti-piracy measure was remove it. So if you have a pirated copy, you cannot glide. You just drop like a rock.
I can't. I really like the measures that are like, oh, you can still technically play the game, but
But
hard mode.
yeah, that Earthbound one is so good. Like, it's really hard and stupid and not fun, and if you play it anyway, you don't get to win.
Oh, Mirror's Edge is also interesting. Um, instead of letting you create the momentum you need to do all the parkour, it's just slowing down your momentum.
Oh yeah, you slow down as you reach an edge instead of speeding up. So you can't even beat the tutorial. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
pretty good.
I was gonna say I saw Spirit Tracks on here. So apparently, if you're playing an illegal copy, the controls for the train just don't appear.
Oh, is that
So you can't move
Spirit Track?
Spirit Tracks. Yeah, you can't move the train.
Good luck. Especially when you miss the platform, if you could even get it started.
Yeah. GTA 4. Let's see. There are a handful of glitches to make illegal copies unplayable. The most obvious and annoying is the camera. From the very beginning, the camera shakes around as if the character is drunk. So that's how the camera is the whole time. The
Wait,
vehicles. Say what?
In what game?
GTA 4.
Oh, ooh, bro.
Yeah. Apparently, the vehicles are also rigged. Each vehicle is nearly destroyed when the character gets in it. This mixed with the fact that all vehicles rocket forward on their own, means that they will surely explode before the player can react. So if you pirate a game and you get in a car, it gets almost exploded and then spawns rocket engines on it. That's a good one.
I found Banjo Kazooie had one.
Oh, hit
If
me.
it due to the fact of how N64 games worked, it could detect if you were using backup devices or cheat cartridges, since it could check the code, since they would have to run their own code first.
Yeah.
And in doing so, if it detected it, it would remove one of Bando's moves.
Again, like you can technically play the game.
The
Okay,
move
well,
isn't permanently lost as it can be relearned by bottles, but some of them will make it, impossible to play the game at all. Some you could probably move on without, though. The sequel also had one. Oh, this is. Will act as if the controller's not plugged in for the sequel.
I pulled up that list that you put that just has like all of the ones that mention anti-piracy, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
bro, Donkey Kong Country, and it's not even interesting. It's just like a warning that says this product will not operate when connected to a device which makes unauthorized copies. Bro, if I was
Lame.
like 12 and triggered this, I would be like, oh my god, they know they're gonna call the police on me.
I mean,
Yeah.
I might.
that would
Yeah,
only
it's just
really
for all the
scare
Donkey
kids.
Kong Country games. It's just like, uh.
Where is it on this? The Witcher's one's funny on the other list. It says The Witcher 2. Uh, so the game won't give you the sex scenes or whatever for romancing NPCs.
No.
That's you're using a pirated copy. The NPC that you've romanced will be replaced by a creepy old lady named Marita Laredo.
See, the problem is there might be some people that aren't bothered by that. In fact, they might be more excited.
Ugh.
True.
Let's see.
This is just a warning. Lame. I don't like the just warning.
I found one
like
for
them.
Mega Man X. At various points, the game tries to detect whether it's running on a copy or not. Each of these is a separate check. Okay. Most of the routines that implement these effects have other code that will attempt to detect if the routines have been removed or modified. Some effects may occur more quickly, immediately, or under different conditions. You may lose all of your upgrades upon starting any stage. The 128th time you take damage, the game will start adding random inputs to your own inputs, and your charged X-Buster shots will be locked in place.
Oh.
Dang. I found Bowser and Luigi's inside story.
What do we got?
If it detects ROMs or cheats or whatever, it will start causing issues to happen in the game on purpose, including randomly freezing, forced black screens, forced soft lock, battles freezing, no saving, save screens, and save screens soft locking.
Incredible. Also, there's still more for Mega Man X. You might be teleported to the beginning of the level when you pick up a power-up or go through the boss door. You may have to repeat the introductory stage when an enemy drops an extra life. After 128 explosions, enemies that repel bullets may kill you when they do. Power-ups will quickly vanish, and shooting while dashing will cause you to have to repeat the introductory stage.
Dang.
After falling down 128 times, the next 127 jumps you make will alternate between normal jumps and small hops. You will also take damage while climbing walls and will be unable to use the ride armor, and a firing a shot will teleport you to the start of the stage.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, that is rough.
I mean,
Yeah, like it's not unwarranted, but
it's
that is
definitely
rough.
They did.
On the flip side of that, though, I saw the one for Skullgirls. They let you play through the whole game, and then when you beat it, it asks, "What is the square root of fish now I'm sad. So that people would go online and be like, what's the square root of fish? Thus admitting they pirated the game.
Ooh.
Ooh. Moral dilemma.
Wait. My brain still can't get over that. So, what is the square root of fish? Now I am sad.
Mhm.
That broke me, so I didn't listen to any of the rest that you said. My
That,
brain got
so
so
that's
hung up
the
on like
phrase you would get if you
only if you
pirated.
yeah. So if you
Yeah.
pirate it and you see, that's the only time you'd see that. So you'd go online to ask what this is, and
Yeah, at the
then
end of the
you'd
game.
out yourself as pirating the game.
Yeah.
Jeez.
You know, because you have such a big moral dilemma if you pirated the game. You know?
Yeah. Um.
Ooh, fun fact. A little off of the piracy stuff. Fun fact: today marks 3 years since Dynamax was revealed for Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Good. Maybe.
Yay.
Yay! Not Mega Evolution, so okay.
Er,
But yay!
Uh, so this is the only Atlas game I saw on the list. Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey. And they do have one in this. It's if the game detects you're playing a pirated copy, no random encounters will be found when exploring. Additionally, the game's save data will be corrupted when saving, and the game will crash at random points.
Nice. Um. Oh yeah. So Pokemon Black and White and Pokemon Black 2 and White 2. So they're both the same, and it's interesting because if y'all remember, uh, the Pokemon DS cartridges after Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum looked different. They were like
Yes.
solid black because they have infrared communication in them. That's how like the Pokewalker worked and stuff.
Right.
So, um, since they have that special infrared communicator, and it's not found on any other DS cartridges, flashcards and emulators also don't have that communicator. So the game will check the status of that communicator at various points, notably when leaving the Pokemon screen, either to return to the overworld or check an individual Pokemon's stats. If the infrared communicator does not respond, the player's Pokemon will be unable to gain any experience, and the game will crash at random points. Some emulators now are able to bypass that, presumably by spoofing the infrared communicator when the check routine is called. That's interesting. And Black 2 White 2 is the same, except it also has an extra layer of random freezing.
Dang. So I found Gary's mod, and maybe this will be the last one. I don't know. So since they knew people would be able to get around it anyways, they did like what Scrolls Girls did, where they put in a message that says unable to shade polygon uh, normals. But then they would use it because people would go on forums and stuff to ask, "Hey, what does this mean?"
So it's a bait, yeah.
Yeah, they would know they would be able to find the Steam IDs and stuff.
Oh yeah, the message also contains the user's Steam ID and asks them to post the error message on the official forums along with their ID in an attempt to receive help.
Oh,
Not only does this out the player as a pirate to all forum users, but it also lets Steam devs ban their Steam ID. Ouch.
Good.
Yeah, get screwed.
deserved, but damn.
It's pretty
Yeah.
good though.
Yeah.
We'll put a message for. I do think Game Dev Tycoons is probably the funniest though.
Yeah, that one's really good. Really, all the ones that have stuff that screw up the game instead of just telling you, like, this is bad. No game for
Yeah.
you. Yeah. So, yeah, with that, I guess we'll go ahead and call it here. Thank you so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show. Please share us with a friend. We post every Wednesday, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, youtube.com/StormwindGames. Anywhere that you get your podcasts, you can find us. Let us know what you thought of the state of play. Are you excited for Resident Evil 4 Remake? Are you excited for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? Also, do you have any other really fun anti-piracy measures that you would like us to know about. Please add us on Twitter at AllNightGamers with a K. And with that being said, we will see you here next week for more of cringe game garbage.
Yay.
Yay. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.